Michael K. Williams, prison sentence for drug dealer linked to Wire actor's overdose. TLDR. A 72-year-old man, Carlos Macci, connected to a group of drug dealers involved in the fentanyl-laced heroin death of the Wire actor Michael K. Williams, has been sentenced to 30 months in prison. The judge emphasized that Macci's drug dealing not only cost Williams his life but is also taking away his freedom. Williams' nephew and David Simon, The Wire's co-creator, advocated for leniency, highlighting Williams' own struggles with addiction and opposition to mass incarceration. Although Macci wasn't directly charged in the actor's death, he could have faced much harsher sentencing. Now, the question lingers, should a 72-year-old, largely illiterate soul with a history of addiction be imprisoned? New story. In a courtroom scene reminiscent of a gripping TV drama, Carlos Macci, a 72-year-old man with ties to drug dealers, has received a 30-month prison sentence due to his involvement in the fentanyl-laced heroin death of the beloved actor, Michael K. Williams, famous for his role in The Wire and other acclaimed works. The sentencing took place before U.S. District Judge Ronnie Abrams, who sternly reminded Macci that his illicit actions not only claimed Williams' life but also brought serious consequences to his own freedom. The tragic overdose of Michael K. Williams occurred in his Brooklyn penthouse apartment back in September 2021 when he was just 54. The impact of his untimely death rippled through the entertainment world and beyond, leaving his fans in shock and mourning the loss of an exceptional talent. In a heartfelt plea for compassion, Williams' nephew, Dominic DuPont, urged the judge to consider Macci's potential for redemption. DuPont, deeply aware of the challenges faced by those entangled in the justice system, emphasized the need for understanding and support, especially for those who had experienced similar struggles. David Simon, co-creator of the renowned HBO series The Wire, echoed these sentiments in a heartfelt letter urging leniency for Macci. Simon shared how Williams had acknowledged his own battles with addiction during the show's third season, bravely seeking help to resist the allure of drugs. Williams' journey towards self-renewal inspired those around him, proving that recovery was within reach, despite the constant tug of addiction. However, Williams had also confided in Simon that the temptation of addiction would always linger. Despite this, Simon maintained that Williams himself bore more significant responsibility for his drug use than anyone else. He firmly believed that incarcerating a 72-year-old man, grappling with addiction and limited literacy, would serve no positive purpose. Macci, though not directly implicated in Williams' fatal overdose, was part of a dangerous drug circle linked to the actor's tragic demise. Despite the potential for a much harsher sentence, the judge decided to deviate from federal sentencing guidelines. The move prevented Macci from facing decades behind bars, but still, Assistant U.S. Attorney Micah F. Ferguson urged a sentence of at least 4 years, pointing to Macci's extensive criminal history. Defense attorney Benjamin Zeman, acknowledging Williams as a tragic victim, also portrayed his client, Macci, as a casualty of the devastating drug crisis. Zeman argued that Macci's actions were driven by the need to sustain his own drug habit, further emphasizing the severity of addiction in society. The judge concluded the sentencing by highlighting the alarming number of fatal drug overdoses in New York City, surpassing 3,000 in the previous year alone. Many victims fell prey to lethal drug doses whose components remained unclear, leaving them ignorant of the life-threatening danger they faced. As we reflect on this heart-rending story, one question emerges: is locking away a 72-year-old man, burdened by addiction and life's challenges, the answer? What are the broader implications of imprisonment in the face of the ongoing drug crisis, and how can we address addiction more compassionately and effectively as a society? Original news story URL, https://www.theguardian.com/tv and radio/2023/July/26/ Michael K. Williams The Wire overdose death drug dealer sentenced.